Hello, listeners. I'm Kim Benoit, a mom, wife, and retired nurse turned business owner. And I would love to share my podcast called Midlife with Courage with you. Like Shannon, I share stories of inspiration and courage by beautiful women who have found or rekindled a passion for life after 40. You'll find encouragement, positive messages, and maybe even some health tips along the way. You can find my latest episodes by going to midlifewithcourage.com/podcast, or just search Midlife with Courage anywhere you listen to podcasts. Now enjoy another wonderful episode of Second Act Success with the beautiful Shannon Russell.
Hey there, I'm Shannon Russell, and welcome to Second Act Success. We all know what quiet quitting is. Quiet quitting was a big topic of discussion for most of 2022. But have you heard of quiet hiring? This is a new trend, and I'm here to tell you all about it in this mini episode of the Second Act Success podcast. Are you at a crossroads in your career? Ready for a change, but you're not sure how to get there? Don't worry. We are about to produce your best life together. Welcome to the Second Act Success podcast. I am your host, Shannon Russell. I am a former television producer turned boy mom. I left my dream job to find family balance, and in doing so, I produced my dream life. Now I am a business owner, podcaster, and career coach. My mission is to help other women like you find what they are truly meant to be doing. If you are ready to start over in your career or pivot to a new purpose, then get ready to be inspired by stories of women who have done just that. We will share advice and actionable tips to motivate you as you move along on your path. It is time to shine, so let's start producing your balanced life of abundance today. This is Second Act Success. If you are enjoying this podcast, then you will love my weekly newsletter. It's full of career advice, productivity tips, and of course, inspiring stories of women who have launched a new career that they love. Just go to secondactsuccess.co to sign up. Plus, you'll get the My Success Vision Board to help you with your 2023 planning as well. Now it's back to the episode. All right, guys, 96% of workers are looking for a new position in 2023. Wow. Largely, it's in search of better pay, according to a recent Monster.com poll. 96%, that is huge. So let's talk about why. Quiet quitting is when an employee does the bare minimum at a job, just doesn't care to go above and beyond or grow with the company any longer. So individuals do the work, they stay under the radar, and they collect their paycheck. Basically, they're just biding time until they either just stop working and don't show up to the job, or they get let go, or they just continue in this very unenthusiastic day-to-day. Let's now talk about hiring. If you are looking for a job, you put your best face forward. You apply online, you reach out directly to the hiring manager, you use your network to find that in at the company that you're interested in. This is how employees usually look at hiring. Companies look at hiring a little bit differently, especially now in 2023. Companies are not jumping up and down, waiting to find you and hand you that perfect position, perfectly suited for you with the flexible hours, the benefits, and the salary that you deserve. Instead, organizations are looking to fill holes within their teams, create new positions to broaden their team and make it larger, or they are just looking for an immediate solution to a temporary problem that they are facing. Sometimes companies hire contractors to fill those short-term positions rather than a salaried position, but that is really just a band-aid to the problem and not a permanent fix. While quiet hiring has become a new technique that companies are using to combat all of these hiring issues, they are now restructuring their existing internal team to fill these positions. Companies don't want to say that they are on a hiring freeze, or they don't necessarily want to do a round of layoffs, so instead they may slow the hiring process and fill any voids in their team internally. Quiet hiring, hiring internally. Really interesting, right? So many times you think about employers reaching out into the talent pool, reaching out to staffing agencies and recruiters and searching on LinkedIn and all the various social media platforms to find that perfect unicorn of a person to fill that void in their team. On the flip side, you have employees who are searching for that perfect job and trying to get into a company. And getting inside a company is really a struggle for a lot of us because you're searching, you're randomly submitting your resume online, not knowing if it's going into the void or actually getting to a human. Currently, we just have this confusion going on with companies not sure if they're going to be hiring externally. They're actually looking at their current employees and how these employees can fill these different positions, take on new roles, and really do more work. All right, so what does this mean for current employees already working at a company? Well, it means that these employees may be used for tasks outside of their current role. So you might be working in marketing and all of a sudden you're asked to help out with the sales team. Okay, sounds a little confusing, but the higher ups are going to make this sound like an amazing opportunity for you because they need you, they need hands, they need bodies to fill these roles that they are having trouble filling from the outside. So they're going to make it seem like it is a win-win for you. Let's dive into this and find out really if it is. So there may be some shuffling of positions, and some employees may be asked to take on more for little to no extra pay. How employees will feel about this change is yet to be determined, but I can only imagine. I was reading a recent CNBC article that featured HR expert Emily Rose McCrae. She stated that the talent shortage over the past year or so has not gone away. Therefore, companies are hurting for employees and they are left with no other option than to utilize who they already have working for them. For example, I am seeing this happening right now in my children's school district. I have one son who is in the gifted program, and we were just told that his teacher has to go fill in at the middle school teaching language arts. She is not a language arts teacher. They cannot find anyone to work. She is being pulled, so instead, my son and his classmates have to work independently on their own laptops in a classroom rather than have real instruction because this special class of theirs is deemed not as important. I also know other teachers who are having to cover lunch duty instead of teaching Spanish class, and etc. It just goes on. And I'm sure if you look, you're seeing this happen in your community as well. There was also another example in this CNBC article that I referred to about execs at the Qantas Airlines in Australia having to actually fill in as baggage handlers just to keep the company's day-to-day business running. I have mixed emotions about this. I'm all for people on a team pitching in, learning each other's roles, and really working together as a unit. I actually think you can learn more about your role and your team by being in the shoes of others, right? However, this may cause some people to think that their role that they were hired for is not as important. Or it may create tension amongst employees that feel like their team is just in disarray. If you are working on a current team and someone is brought in to assist, but they have no idea what it is that you and the others do, there's going to cause some tension, and it may even make your job harder. This also puts a lot of pressure on management to make sure that the reshuffling of these roles is conveyed as a temporary situation and not a permanent solution. One good thing that is if you find yourself at a company where this is starting to happen and you have been thinking about possibly wanting to make a move to a new department or test out a new internal opportunity at the company, then this is actually great for you. This is a great opportunity for you to talk to your boss about what you'd like to be doing. Who knows, maybe this temporary role will actually lead to a long-term opportunity. All of this uncertainty really means that companies are going to be relying and focused on employee retention this year, which can be good for employees who are worried about layoffs, or if you're in a role that you aren't over the moon about, you may have some leverage. According to an annual Human Resource Executive Survey, 47% of HR professionals said that retention of their employees is their most pressing challenge. So something that they are really focusing on for 2023. And this means that you may be able to ask for more money or for a more flexible work schedule if your manager doesn't want to lose you. So if you find yourself in a position where you're being asked to take on new responsibilities, you may have some room for negotiating. Now, let's remember that there is still a talent shortage still lingering around since the pandemic began. However, there are still a great number of people searching for jobs that just can't find them. These people want to work, and they simply can't find the position they're looking for thanks to quiet hiring. So what does this mean for you listening to this podcast right now, wanting to change jobs or make a career move? Well, it means that it just may be a bumpy year of job hunting. Not for every company, of course, but take heed as you look online for that perfect job opportunity. If you see a posting and you don't hear back, it may be that they went with someone internal. You may not really know. Companies are going to try and keep their quiet hiring quiet on the DL from the rest of us. They want to appear to be strong while they are trying to figure out how to fill these roles within their teams. So you may want to step up your networking skills, my friend. Reach out to people that you know who can get you on the inside to that internal hiring manager and give you that warm introduction. That warm introduction works so much better than just sending your resume into the online abyss. Whatever you do, do not get discouraged. If you want a new job, keep looking, keep researching, and keep reaching out. Now, if you are currently working and you're still considering an exit plan, then you're actually in the best place. You may want to look around within the walls of your company. Set up a meeting with your boss or the HR team to discuss upcoming opportunities. This will save you from having to go elsewhere, and you may even get a new role, new training, and change up things at work in a way that really serves you. If not, then you can still collect your paycheck while you use that time at work to search for other opportunities elsewhere. Regardless of what happens with quiet hiring and how this trend plays out this year, hopefully you are a little more versed on how this could actually play in your favor. This is a new trend, and as always, trends change. I just hope that this plays out the best for employees that are already working at a company, and I hope that those of you who are searching for a job still have the opportunities that you deserve. It may not be at that one company you've had your eye on. Maybe you need to look at a smaller company or a startup or somewhere where they are not as concerned with restructuring their internal team. Keep your head up, keep searching, keep looking, and keep submitting those resumes to find the position that you are meant for. Trends come and go, but only you know the path that you are on and where you are meant to be. This is all I have for you for this episode of the Second Act Success Podcast, but I will be back next time with more career advice and inspiring stories from others who have made that pivot, who have made that change from one job to the next and found success. If you have enjoyed our time together today and found some value in what we discussed, head over to secondactsuccess.co and join my newsletter. You'll get a weekly pop of inspiration into your inbox every week to help you produce your best life. I'm Shannon Russell, and I will speak with you again soon. Take care, my friends. Thank you for joining us. I hope you found some gems of inspiration and some takeaways to help you on your path to Second Act Success. To view show notes from this episode, visit secondactsuccess.co. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a single episode. Reviews only take a few moments, and they really do mean so much. Thank you again for listening. I am Shannon Russell, and this is Second Act Success.